Inspiring journey of John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy, commonly known as JFK, is remembered not only for his dynamic leadership but also for his perseverance in the face of adversity and his ability to inspire a nation. Born on May 29, 1917, in Brookline, Massachusetts, into a prominent political family, Kennedy's early life was marked by privilege and opportunity, but also by significant personal struggles, particularly with his health. He was often ill as a child, suffering from various ailments that followed him throughout his life, yet he refused to let these challenges define him. From a young age, he demonstrated a commitment to public service, a trait instilled by his parents, particularly his father, Joseph Kennedy Sr., who harbored high expectations for his children. Kennedy's first foray into leadership came during World War II. As a Navy lieutenant, he commanded a patrol torpedo boat, PT-109, in the South Pacific. In 1943, his boat was struck by a Japanese destroyer, splitting it in half. Despite serious injuries, Kennedy's courage shone through. He led his surviving crew through treacherous waters to safety, at one point towing an injured crew member by swimming with a life jacket strap clenched between his teeth. This act of heroism earned him several military decorations, including the Navy and Marine Corps Medal, and introduced him to the American public as a war hero. After the war, Kennedy entered politics, first as a congressman and then as a senator from Massachusetts. His ascent in politics was meteoric, and by 1960, he was running for the highest office in the land. His presidential campaign was marked by groundbreaking moments, including the first ever televised debates against his opponent, Vice President Richard Nixon. Kennedy's youthful charm, quick wit, and eloquence during the debates captivated millions of Americans, helping him secure a narrow victory in the election. However, Kennedy's time in office was far from easy. The world was in the midst of the Cold War, and tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union were at an all-time high. In 1961, he authorized the failed Bay of Pigs invasion in Cuba, an attempt to overthrow Fidel Castro's communist government. The mission's failure was a major blow to Kennedy's administration, but instead of shying away, he took full responsibility, which earned him the respect of many. Perhaps Kennedy's greatest test came during the Cuban Missile Crisis in October 1962. When U.S. intelligence discovered that the Soviet Union had placed nuclear missiles in Cuba, just 90 miles off the coast of Florida, the world teetered on the brink of nuclear war. Kennedy's handling of the crisis was masterful. Through careful negotiation and measured responses, he successfully brokered a deal with Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev to remove the missiles, averting disaster and proving his leadership under immense pressure. Domestically, JFK was a passionate advocate for civil rights, although progress during his administration was slow. He supported the civil rights movement and proposed sweeping legislation that would eventually be passed after his death. His commitment to equality and justice laid the groundwork for significant changes in American society. One of JFK's most visionary goals was his commitment to space exploration. In a speech in 1961, he set an ambitious target for the United States: to land a man on the moon before the decade was out. His vision became a reality in 1969 when NASA's Apollo 11 mission successfully placed Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin on the lunar surface. Though Kennedy did not live to see this achievement, it remains one of the defining moments of his legacy, symbolizing American ingenuity and determination. Kennedy's presidency was also notable for his creation of the Peace Corps, an organization that allowed young Americans to volunteer abroad and help developing nations through educational and economic aid. The Peace Corps reflected JFK's belief in the power of service and the importance of building strong international relationships. Tragically, Kennedy's life was cut short on November 22, 1963, when he was assassinated in Dallas, Texas, while riding in a motorcade with his wife, Jacqueline Kennedy. The assassination sent shockwaves around the world, and the image of a young, vibrant president being gunned down in his prime became one of the most haunting moments in American history. Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested for the crime, but Kennedy's death has remained the subject of countless conspiracy theories and investigations. Though his presidency lasted less than 3 years, JFK's impact on the United States and the world was profound. His vision of a better future, his ability to inspire a generation, and his unwavering belief in the potential of the American people continue to resonate to this day. Kennedy remains a symbol of hope, leadership, and the power of idealism in the face of adversity. If you want to explore more about legendary figures like John F. Kennedy and their incredible journeys, don't forget to like, share, and comment on the Legendary Lives channel. Keep following us for more inspiring stories.